Okay, so welcome back again, DMs. So this video is going to be on how to balance an encounter and make an encounter. So head to the archives of Netheus's homepage, Game Mastery, not Game Mastery, Rules, GM screen. Takes us to this. Pretty helpful. Let's go down to encounter budget and click on Dual Details. This will open up like some more biggest info about it. So there's 5 types of encounters in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. You have trivial, low, moderate, severe, and extreme. Trivial is like, you don't even have to spend a spell. It's just easy. Low is maybe one spell at most. Moderate is like an actual, not tough fight, but you actually have to use some tactics and you actually have to use some more stuff to actually push through. Now, severe is when we get to final boss fights. Now, this is like, okay, you're at the end of a dungeon. It took a you're down to your last 2 spells. Severe boss, you have to use a lot of good tactics to beat it. And then you have extreme. This is for if you've already slept. I would never do an extreme encounter DMs unless the players have all slept and this is like one of the big event fights, which I'll do eventually. This is only if like something very big happens we would ever use extreme threat. So let's go down to XP budget. You're gonna see that it says threat and then XP budget. So what that means is, for a moderate threat, you know, you're gonna be able to use 80 XP. Now this is going based off of a 4-player party. That is why I have it set up as all group sessions will be 4 players. Always. That's why it's like that. To make it more balanced and easy. Now you might say, well Sam, how do I figure out how much XP a creature is worth? That's where this is gonna come in, choosing creatures. So everyone in our server is level 1 so far. We know that. So let's go ahead and pick out a creature. Let's find a level 1 creature. I'm just gonna go down this list. Acolyte of Pharasma. Okay. It's a level 1 creature. It says creature 1. We look at the list. -4, 3, -2, -1. Party level. This is a level 1 creature. So this takes 40 XP. So we know if I was making a moderate threat encounter, I would use 2 of these. And that would be a equal challenge. That would be a fair fight. It's using 2 of those. Now, let's discuss what the -1 and +1 means. So, the +1, which I thought would be a bit easier to do, let's find Acrobat. It's creature 2, which means it's a +1 creature. That means it's worth 60 XP. So, you would not be able to use an Acrobat and the Cultist of, not Cultist, but Acolyte of Pharasma. You would not be able to do that because that is above the XP budget you have. I would recommend staying within your XP budget or even a little bit less, maybe like 10, 15 less, maybe. So that would cost 60 XP. And now let's find one of the lower ones. One of the ones that. That's what I'm just gonna search it by level. It's gonna make my life a bit easier. General. No, 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 no. I struggle with life. Oh, here we go. Level 0 to. What? We can do level 0 to 1, then I can just click this. So, here we are. Let's do a Leaf Leashy. This is a level 0 monster. So, it is a -1 to the party. So, this is a standard creature. This should be a it's a little bit weaker than the Acolyte we showed, but it's still gonna be there. It actually will not be weak. They're actually gonna have to, fight it and worry about it. And it is worth 30 XP. So you'd be able to, in a moderate, be able to have two of these, and then something worth 20 XP, which would be a -2. Which that would mean we would need a -1 creature. So we can head to numbers and actually do -1 to -1. We're only gonna see -1 creatures here. So we can look at the Bloodseeker. This is a -1 creature, so it is only worth 20 XP since it's -1 from the party. Well, it's actually -2 from the party, not -1. I mean -2. So it's 30 XP. So I will recommend on saying when you make these, like for my very first session I did one moderate with one severe threat encounter. That worked out pretty well. I didn't think of one challenge that came in mind, but I'll if I realized what was gonna happen, I would have planned for a bit differently. But with that being said, that is how you do that. Now, character adjustment. We should not have to ever do this, but say if you add another player, which we never will, it goes from 80 XP for moderate to 100. Simple as that. So, with that being said, make sure you guys choose carefully what things you do. Always try to think of, okay, well, I know that they're going to let's say, they're going to a dungeon. Okay, you choose 3 maps for the dungeon. It's set it up as, okay, first room is a little fight, second is a puzzle, maybe they take damage from it, and then third room is, let's say, the boss. That's pretty that's pretty interesting. Now, I'm gonna add something else on into this. I didn't think of doing this now, but I actually will do this now for y'all. I'm going to show y'all something else. Now, traps also count as XP. Traps take XP to set. I'm gonna search for this real quick in the. Let me see if I can find it. If I can, I'll be nice. If not, I'll make a whole new video for it alone. But ugh, this would be a pain. So I had found it out. Like I had actually found out something about traps. Oh, here we were. Okay. So hazards, this can work. So a equal level party hazard, a level 1 hazard, would do roughly 2d6 plus 5 damage. That's a nice bit of damage. That's worth 40 XP. Right there, that one trap alone is worth a lot of XP. So I would personally probably never use that. Because I don't want to do too much damage to my players using a trap alone. I would personally like to be a bit more safer and go with like -1, make it a bit more easier. Um, but yeah, so that is how you make and build an encounter. I will also say GM screen is very helpful. Rules GM screen, and if you're a player, you can go to Rules Player's Guide. It kind of helps you out a little bit, but it's not really too much needed.